Hello, and welcome to another episode of Inventor's Quick Tips. In this episode, I review a free online invention course designed to help non-lawyers understand the patent system. I'll walk through the structure, highlight what works and what doesn't, and share who I think will benefit most from it. A link to the course is in the description. You do have to create an account, but again, it's free, which is pretty nice. The course offers about 8 hours of instruction, divided into 3 modules. It feels similar to something you might find on Coursera or other online learning platforms, maybe like a college level or advanced high school course on intellectual property designed for non-lawyers. There are definitely some things I liked and a few aspects I wasn't as keen on, but considering the price, free, it's probably worth checking out if you're curious about the patent system. The course is broken up into 3 modules, with each module having roughly 2 to 3 hours of content. So I think a comfortable pace might be 1 module per week, depending on your available time and how quickly you want to cover the material. The first module covers a nice introduction to the history and origins of the patent system and an overview of various types of intellectual property. Throughout the course, you'll find interactive exercises and quizzes designed to keep you engaged and reinforce key concepts. These help break up the lessons and give you a chance to test your understanding as you go. Each module gives an outline of what it will cover. The first module has a bit more of the history and some content that appears to be very motivational in nature and not directly related to the patent process. So if you are already motivated or have a plan to be an entrepreneur or inventor, you may find yourself having to sit through lectures that you might feel are tedious and unnecessary for you. Another thing about this course is that it forces you to watch all lectures in sequence. It would be nice if they let you skip to the modules and lessons that interest you, but it appears that the intent of this course is to provide a big picture of the patent process and where patents fit into the entire collection of intellectual property protection, such as trade secrets, trademarks, and copyrights. Module 1 includes numerous inventor interviews and success stories, which I think are intended to be motivational, which is nice, but if you are looking to cut to the chase on specific information that the course covers, you can't do that. You will need to sit through the entire course to have access to all the material. The course includes several lessons focused specifically on software and its unique considerations within the patent system, so if you are working on a software-based invention, these sections will be especially relevant and worth your attention. Module 2 starts to get into the nuts and bolts of the rules, and here is where many people will find information of specific interest to the things they are looking for. I'll just share a few examples of things that are covered. And here is a portion of the outline for Module 2. This is where the course really starts digging into the nuts and bolts. For example, one of the topics covered is freedom to operate, which is crucial for inventors to understand. In short, it means that just because you are granted patents that cover your invention doesn't mean that your product is free from infringing on someone else's patent. This is just one example of some of the deeper practical issues that are explored in this module. The third module focuses mostly on what happens after a patent application is filed and what to expect if you're fortunate enough to have your patent application granted into an issued patent. The material is presented in a similar style to the first 2 modules, maintaining a consistent tone and structure throughout. The site also hosts various webinars in addition to the course that you can check out to get additional information. Beyond the webinars and core course material, the site also offers a range of additional resources for inventors, including guidance on patent searching, building business plans, spotting and avoiding scams, and other practical topics that can help you navigate the invention process more confidently. So in summary, here are a few highlights. The lessons are well produced and the course is completely free. You really can't beat that price. On the downside, You can't randomly access the lessons without watching the entire course, and it leans quite heavy on the motivational tone, which could feel repetitive if you're already fired up to get going with your idea. As for an ideal usage, I'd recommend viewing this course over 1 to 3 weeks to get a solid overview of the intellectual property system, especially if you're thinking about filing a patent application. The course covers many useful topics, but I did feel that I had to sit through a good amount of my story videos to get to the most useful information. But that's just my opinion. I've dropped a link to the course in the description. Thank you again for watching, and if you do end up taking the course, please leave a comment and let me know what you think.